the fire that cannot be quenched. Beloved, today I stand before you to declare a mystery, a truth that burns brighter than the sun and deeper than the oceans, the fire that cannot be quenched. From the beginning of time, fire symbolized God's presence, power, and purity. When Moses stood at the burning bush, the fire burned but was not consumed. Exodus 3:2. That was no ordinary flame, it was a manifestation of the eternal fire of God. When the Israelites wandered through the wilderness, it was a pillar of fire by night that led them. Exodus 13:21. When Elijah called upon the Lord, fire came down from heaven and consumed the sacrifice on Mount Carmel. 1 Kings 18:38. And on the day of Pentecost, tongues of fire rested upon the disciples, igniting the church with unstoppable power. Acts 2-3. This is not a fire of destruction, but a fire of transformation, a fire that cannot be quenched by trials, opposition, or even death itself. Jesus himself said in Mark 9:49, "For everyone will be salted with fire. It is the fire of purification, empowerment, and divine zeal." Child of God, listen carefully. There are three kinds of fires in this world. There is the fire of men, which fades with time. There is the fire of the enemy, which brings only destruction. But then there is the fire of God, eternal and unquenchable, which no demon, no storm, no system, no opposition can extinguish. Jeremiah described it best when he cried in Jeremiah 22:9. His word was in my heart like a burning fire, shut up in my bones. I was weary of holding it back, and I could not. That fire drove him to speak when others were silent, to stand when others fell, to endure when others quit. The fire of God is not just an emotion, it is a force. It is the very spirit of the living God. It empowers ordinary men to do extraordinary things. It was this fire that turned timid fishermen into bold apostles. It was this fire that kept Paul and Silas singing hymns at midnight in prison. It was this fire that gave Stephen the courage to lift his eyes to heaven as stones rained upon him. And it is this fire that will sustain you in your darkest hour. Hear me. When this fire enters your life, no weapon formed against you shall prosper. When this fire burns within you, the schemes of the wicked become ashes before you. Isaiah 43:2 declares, "When you walk through the fire, you shall not be burned, nor shall the flame scorch you." Why? Because the fire of affliction cannot consume the one who carries the fire of God. Beloved, the unquenchable fire is not only defensive, it is aggressive. It pushes back darkness. It breaks chains. It sets captives free. It dismantles altars of wickedness and silences every satanic voice. This is why Jesus said in Matthew 3:11, "He will baptize you with the Holy Spirit and with fire." The Holy Spirit empowers you, but the fire gives you divine boldness, divine passion, divine resilience. This fire cannot be quenched by fear, for perfect love casts out fear. It cannot be quenched by poverty, for the Lord is our shepherd, and we shall not want. It cannot be quenched by death, for the vision is for an appointed time, and it shall not tarry. It cannot be quenched by death, for death itself was swallowed up in victory through Christ. But the question today is, do you carry this fire, or has the world dimmed your flame? Too many Christians settle for embers when God has called them to blaze. Too many are lukewarm when God has called them to burn. Revelation 3:16 warns, "Because you are lukewarm, neither hot nor cold, I will spit you out of my mouth." God is looking for burning ones, men and women, whose hearts are set ablaze, whose faith cannot be shaken, whose prayers shake the heavens, whose worship splits the atmosphere. Beloved, stir up the fire. Paul told Timothy in 2 Timothy 1-6, "Fan into flame the gift of God, which is in you through the laying on of my hands." That means the fire can grow, the fire can spread, the fire can consume every weakness, every doubt, every chain holding you back. Let me declare this over your life. The fire of God within you will never go out. It will shine in your family. It will blaze in your career. It will burn in your destiny. Nations will feel the heat of your light. Generations will testify of the flame you carried. And when the enemy comes like a flood, the fire of the Lord will raise a standard against him. So rise up, child of God. Let the fire in you roar. Let the fire in you spread. Let the fire in you heal, deliver, restore, and transform. You are not ordinary. You are a burning one. You are the flame that darkness cannot extinguish, the light that cannot be hidden, the testimony that cannot be silenced. This is the fire that cannot be quenched, the fire of God in you, upon you, and around you. Let it burn.